Guys, welcome to another episode of Chatmail, and this is September week 2. So I'm going to be walking you through. The first thing first is to check our last analysis, and I think the last thing we did was to predict the drop of Bitcoin last week, and I told you that you can cut your buy on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to drop. So if you remember, if you actually see, and if you don't, you can actually get to check the last. You can actually get to check the last video to see the analysis. So a lot of people were sending me the screenshot that, yay, you drop on Bitcoin. And I was just like laughing in a way because I did the analysis about this. I've been doing this analysis, like, look at like 4 movement before. 1 to the upside, 2 down to the side. Then I was expecting it to go beyond this one. I think I drop it down beyond this level. Yeah, and I'm going to explain to you the reason why it's like that. So the first thing they did was they did this heavy buy. This heavy buy happened, and people were like, "Yes, it's time." And I told a friend of mine, she's in Germany, and she was like, Bitcoin is pumping right now, time to buy and all." And I told her that this is just a trap. You see that it's coming back into this channel. It came back into the channel to respect the channel, breakout, retest, then I think it's going to drop a little bit more before going up to the upside. So it's just a recap of what we had last week. So we are in the next phase. I don't know. The screen is showing. I think it's from your end. So the screen is showing. So, and so yeah. Now back to the analysis. Yeah, I'm going to be picking 4 pairs, right? 4 pairs. Bitcoin 1. I'm going to be doing gold. I'm going to be doing currency. Then I'm going to pick 2 synthetic pairs, and then this is Chatmail. And if you don't know what Chatmail is all about, I'm always doing a free analysis for you to or cook. I'm always cooking the market for you to take it, eat it, and get the nutrient in it. That is, I will analyze the pair for you, and you take it and break it down into smaller chunks for the week and make your profit. So the last one we did the last time was Euro USD. We did Euro USD, and people who actually took, I think, let's get into it. Euro USD, where are you? So Euro USD. Now Euro USD, I predicted that we did the analysis for it going up, and it did. Then the next expectation was TP1 and TP2. So if you watch the last video, you definitely see the expectation rate. So if you took this trade, you should have made your profit of that. So then what am I expecting again after TP1 and TP2 has been smashed? Okay, I will say I'm expecting TP3. They really outcome. So this is it. I'm expecting TP3. So now we have something like this. Let me explain it, the reason and how I got to impulse, correction, impulse. Then on a norm, we are meant to have correction after the impulse, but we had this, right? A weak correction, a correction, yeah, but it's like the momentum is quite strong. After that, after correction, we should have an impulse, but we had a failed impulse, right? After a failed impulse, we had another impulse. So if you remember the formula I taught you, those who understand the strategy I use, which is Printology, and for you, if you don't know what Printology is all about, I think you should check the rest of the video on the YouTube, on the channel. You get to see more videos on Printology. And if you really want to get the course, there's a full course on Printology. We have Printology 1.0 and we have Printology 2.0. So I broke down structure for you, market structure, and I broke down how you can use this strategy called Printology and milk the market perfectly. So the whole concept is me using Printology to analyze crypto, to analyze crypto, to analyze stock, for you to see the universal how powerful this strategy is working around, let me say, every market. Now, after we have impulse, the next thing is, okay, like I was saying, the formula is impulse correction, impulse correction. Do you get? So after impulse we have a correction, after correction we have impulse. So that's it. Now let's get into the whole thing. Right now, we now have a failed impulse, and a failed impulse is definitely a correction. After a correction, we have an impulse to down. Then after impulse, we have a correction, and that's why I know that the next movement we'll be expecting is how I arrive at the trade that we took, for TP1 and TP2, right? I hope you understand that. So then, which is TP1 and TP2, then now what am I expecting after this whole movement? Let's see. We are impulse, and after an impulse, we are expecting a correction, right? I'm expecting a correction, then a correction. In that this thing, like I do say, it is not all about using trend line, using the mechanical tools on your chart to analyze. It's understanding the concept behind what you are doing. So that is it. So now I'm expecting TP3. Yeah, like this. TP3 all the way, expecting it to go up more than having TP3. Let me put it there. So for Euro USD for this week, I'm expecting a sell, a short buy, and a sell. So you can take a screenshot of that. I'm going to son of Satoshi. So I'm going to do this, expecting this way. So something from here, right? All right, have it this way. TP1, you have gotten that. TP2, then we have TP3. So I'm expecting a sell to the upside. Then from that sell, we'll be getting our what's it called? Our entry into that. So yeah, I think I'm right. So we're getting our entry into that. Then you see how it goes this time around. Then so I'm going to modify it to this level. Yeah, so I'm going to modify it to this level, and we have it this way. So is what I'm expecting here. Let's see how it goes. You can actually take an advantage of this one. Look at this week here. So around this level, what am I expecting? Don't just take trade around that level. You should expect a a confirmation around that level before you take it. No confirmation, no trade. And one of the confirmation tip I'm going to give you right now is you seeing the candle becoming weak. And it'll be like, when is the candle becoming weak? It is when the momentum of the candle is dropping. The bigger the candle, the bigger the momentum. Yeah. So, and the smaller the candle, the smaller the momentum. Ensure there is a drop in momentum from the buyers. Then you are seeing a shift in momentum from the buyers to the sellers before you decide to take the trade. So if you can observe so well here, you see how the buyers are moving up. On getting close to this place, you see more of red candles. On getting close to this place, more red candles. More red candles around this place. And before you know it, you have an engulfing red candles there. And then more engulfing red candles. So with that kind of a thing, you already know that, yes, there's high probability of of a switch in trade, of that trade playing out. So something like that you should be doing towards this. So I'll be saving this, and you can also screenshot it. I'll posting it in free Signal group, and I'll post it in my community. Not everything. I'm not going to be posting everything on the free Signal group. So if you're not on the free Signal group and you want to join, just check the link below the description in this video. You are going to see it right there. So, and the next one I will be looking at is Bitcoin. What am I still expecting on Bitcoin? And a lot of expectation has been on Bitcoin. Out of the 4 movements, our analysis have done the whole 4. The only thing was just that fake out that happened right there. So then what am I expecting? So right now I'm not seeing a clear picture on these 4 hours. And a lot of people are really thinking what is happening. And you know how I do my thing. 4-5 move ahead, I will be showing you what I'm expecting, right? So from here, I'm still not yet convinced about what I'm thinking about right here, but I am still thinking Bitcoin will still drop to, I think I'm to drop around this 90. Why? Impulse correction, impulse. So it's just as simple as that. So I'm expecting to just doing this. So this is just like a drop, a correction, the sell will continue. But don't take decision yet until you have that correction. So a lot of things on right now, a lot of things. Don't be surprised and put down because number one, do you say they are out of funds and they'll be trying to make some financial shift. So now that is for Bitcoin. I'm not in an expectation on it. Just wait for the finishing of. The reason why I'm not expecting anything on it right now is because of this, right? Because of this. So now we have this right here. This very heavy drop did not close under this level. So we can't say that there is a break in structure. So the buyers are still in the market for now. So until we see a break of this structure this last year, we have the buyers like the sellers are in the market. So that's the last place before the buyers launch into the market. Let the seller take out this guy right here. Until they take it out, then we know that there's a break in structure and Bitcoin is expected to go down. So even if you are seeing the directional movement, you need confirmation to take your trade or know what is going on. So that's it for Bitcoin. I'm not expecting any movement, so just chill out of it. And did I call AUDJPY? So AUDJPY. It seems like I called AUDJPY. I really call. I called it. I'm very sure. Okay, you can see my lines there. You can see my line there. Yeah. So AUDJPY has done an impulse. Then I'm expecting a correction. So you should be having something like this. Yeah, so yeah, let's go. So see, I have this. So yeah, we are on the same page. Yeah, this is a goodbye. This a goodbye. This is a goodbye. So I'm expecting more buy from AUD JPY. So what am I expecting here? What am I expecting here? This, like this AUD JPY, and what am I expecting here on a lower time frame? Don't just go and buy. This is what will happen. This coming down here to this level. It drop down to this level, then a final push if you want to get another entry point. A final push. So that's what I'm expecting. Right? So this one also, I'm going to save it up. The next thing I think is gold. Gold, I predicted gold to 4K like 3 weeks back, gold to 4K, and we already have gold at 4K. So at this point in time, a lot of people want to buy at the high point, but definitely, a lot of people want to buy at the high point, but definitely it won't be nice buying at that point. It won't be nice buying at that point. Um, because you're buying at the top, and it's not the whole goal of trading is a buy and sell high or buy and buy low. That's the whole concept of all you doing trading and all. So you need to understand the whole thing. So then let's get it. So I'm not seeing any opportunity on a higher time frame. On a higher time frame. And if you have been in the buy for a long time, so all well and good. It's good for you. But if you are just trying to get into the market, you need to be careful. And you are just buying. There's a neighbor of mine telling me that she lost like 3 million to trading gold. And I was just laughing. A lot of people are just buying hype. They are not buying data. You need to before your intuition step in, you need to back whatever you are doing with data. You need to back it up with data, right? So it's not like you're not jumping into conclusion about this. This is a heavy drop on gold. One. This is a heavy drop on gold. One. You already have this drop. This is a double top on gold also. Double top on gold, meaning what? A reversal, potential reversal. Now we have this heavy momentum falling by the sellers, um meaning the sellers are in the market already. So those two things already give you that confirmation that the sellers are there, right? You have the reversal pattern, chart pattern, and you also have your candles confirming that. And you can also see that the correction is there. The correction is forming accumulation right here. And then what next? What next am I expecting? A drop, right? So if you want to take gold, I think gold, get a confirmation for a sell and take a sell downward. It will be very, very good for you. So I'm expecting a sell on gold this week. If there is no confirmation, then you leave it out. But if you get a confirmation, all well and good. So then we'll have gold here, TP1, TP1 for gold. Then we have it for TP2 should be here.
Look blurred.
Two, then you take it. You said what?
I can't see anything.
Okay, you take it. Get out. So also get Ojeto. How are you doing? So then we take it to 3. So that's my expectation on gold. Because we already have impulse, then we already have correction, then the
I
next one
can't
is
see
whatever you
anything.
want to see, just type in the comment section. just type it in the comment section, and I'll take it up from there. Right. So I'm expecting something like this: a drop, a heavy drop down to this level, like this, then up, the final drop like this. So because it's breaking out this level, then that. So this is what I'm expecting. There is no drop in. I'm sharing my screen here. I don't know about that. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and I'm going to get back to it. We're almost done with the call now. So I'm sharing my screen again. So that's this about gold. If this plays out, I'm not taking this trade until I have a confirmation here, and you need to have a confirmation on a lower time frame for you to take that trade. So that's about that. Then that's for gold. What else? I think I'm done with this one. There's no other thing I'm thinking here. Did I check? No other thing, no other pair. Check gold and this thing for you. I think we are good with that. So heading to synthetics. Wow, this is a huge drop right here. So heading to synthetics, indices or derivative and all. So yeah, and I'm going to take a pair or two from anyone, any pair you want me to check. I'm going to take one or two. Let me see. Ooh. See, this one broke this place, and oh, a nice one. So now, when you want to do analysis according to Pritology, the first thing you just want to get is where is the breakout, the latest break. So what am I expecting? Maybe you're using an outdated updated Telegram. So if you are not using, you need to update your Telegram. Check your. So I'm expecting it to go up. Check update. So you like this. But last bed. Boom 500 playing out. That's a win for us then. All right. So this is the last pair, and that is all for tonight.
Boss, we can't see.
So like I said, when you're doing analysis, the first thing you want to check is the last breakout. This is the last breakout here. This is the last breakout here. This is the last breakout. So I'm expecting it to drop to this level. Then you can take a buy all the way from here. But you are not taking a buy until you see a sure confirmation before you buy. So that's what I'm expecting. And I'm going to do this one.
Boss, we can't see. I can't see your screen. Oh.
Can you just to the end of the call? So I'll be dropping the recording on the YouTube and I'll post the link right there so you can also watch it and check our the whole thing is done. Have a peaceful and peaceful week. Tony Joseph here, and this people are logging off.